Hi, I'm Edward Cadena.
I'm Marcus Collins.
I'm Robin Tran. And I'm Ethan Kwok. After reading about Congo Free State in Chapter 32, page 757, we decided to know more about it. So we decided to find out how the demand for rubber under King Leopold II's rule drives forced labor and human rights in the Congo Free State.
This game is so fun. I hate studying.
Ethan Brendan Kwok. Read your book.
Oh my god, fine, Mom.
Oh, yes. King Leopold's Ghost by Adam Hochschild, published 1998. Love how it talks about the impact and effect in Africa with the genocide and violence in the Congo Free State, ruining many African people's lives, either with mutilations or having their parents murdered because of the desire for rubber. But some disadvantages are that many criticize that the book is historically inaccurate, providing death estimates that have been debated.
Scramble for Africa by Thomas Pickenham. Published 1991. This book is my favorite. I love how it talks about how the partition of Africa would lead to many atrocities committed in Africa, such as the Congo Free State genocide affecting many natives within the region. Although some disadvantages are that it's vague, only providing a general description of the history of Africa, resulting in limited information for the Congo Free State, but it's still great nonetheless.
Watching boy.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm just...
Wait, isn't the concessions, balance, and indirect rules evident from the Congo Free State by Sarah Jones and published in October 2020?
Yes. It talks about the demand for rubber production, often leading to violent work conditions of African villages, such as death, abuse, or kidnapping, if their rubber quotas weren't met. Although some disadvantages are that the article downplayed many impactful events in the Congo Free State, focusing more on the economies rather than the history. These are article Yo the Congo Free State by Sam Melody, published January 2023.
Yes, finally someone who understands my knowledge. This article talks about the cruel treatment under the rule of King Leopold II, showing how this cruel treatment led to the mutilation and death of many African villagers, but it also allowed consistent production of rubber. Unfortunately, some disadvantages are that the source is vague, not going into depth about the atrocities and what led to it.
Hello, welcome to the Congo Free State. The things leading up to the atrocities in the Congo Free State were because of political, interactive, and economic shifts. It started with corresponding political and interactive shifts for the transition from plantations to factories in Europe, turned Africa from a coastal trading hub to a raw material harvesting territory. This change resulted in the creation of colonies splitting Africa into different territories ruled by different European nations, known as the Scramble for Africa. An example colony would be the infamous Congo Free State, founded by King Leopold II, where he made the Berlin Conference believe it was for philanthropic purposes. There were also economic shifts. Rather than Africa being a source for slaves, it became a source for raw materials to further fuel factories, allowing the use of violent slave labor to extract goods in a colony.
I wish to improve life in Central Africa. We will spread Christianity, civilization, and trade.
Leopold's true goal was profit, and millions of Congolese people would suffer because of it. European leaders divided Africa among themselves, and Leopold convinced Europe that he wanted to help Africans through humanitarian and religious missions.
I promise to end slavery and improve life in Central Africa.
Soon, companies demanded larger supplies of rubber for industrial production. Leopold wanted the Congo to produce as much rubber as possible. To maximize profits, he created a brutal forced labor system.
Every village must collect rubber for the state. If your quota is not met, there will be punishment.
Leopold created an army called the Force Publique to enforce rubber collection. Villagers were forced to gather rubber from mines deep in the rainforest. Quotas were extremely difficult to meet. To force obedience, soldiers often kidnapped family members until enough rubber was collected.
If you do not have enough rubber, then you must face the consequences.
These quotas are impossible. They keep on killing more and more people when the quotas aren't met.
As the demand for rubber increased, violence became more brutal. Villages that failed to meet quotas were burned down. People were whipped using the chikot, a whip made from animal hide. Villagers were forced to abandon farming, hunting, and caring for their families, resulting in many deaths. Some villagers attempted to flee into forests to escape the violence. Others resisted and were killed.
Burn down the villages of those who continue to fill the expectation. Show no mercy.
Soldiers were also ordered to account for every bullet they used. To prove bullets were not wasted, soldiers often cut off the right hands of the victims. This became known as the one hand for one bullet rule.
The violence became so infamous that the system earned the name Red Rubber. This is because rubber profits were built through bloodshed and human suffering.
Eventually, international outrage forced Leopold to surrender control of the Congo Free State in 1908. The Belgian government officially took control of the colony, but the suffering caused by Leopold's rule could never be undone.